spending $200 at Red Lobster and receiving SNAP benefits. So you can go get groceries in, right? I'm confused. The math ain't mathing. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm probably live right now. Come join me. Bye.
I think one of the only good things that could come out of food stamps and SNAP being cut for November is it's going to make the majority of people who still support this administration realize that they are closer, like they have more in common with their fellow neighbors, like the people around them, the people like us, than they do to the billionaires, the corporate leaders, the people who are in the office right now. Like, do you think they're standing in the produce section trying to figure out if it's going to be a banana week or a strawberry week? If they're in the meat department looking at all the labels trying to figure out which meat is going to spread the longest for the least amount of money? No, they're not, but we are. Your fellow friends, family, coworker, employees, neighbor, we are. And you may not be getting those benefits now, but I guarantee you someone you love, admire, respect, get along with does. And for you to rejoice in possibly inflicting pain on their family, possibly the thought of their kids going to bed hungry, possibly the thought of them not having a proper Thanksgiving dinner, if you're rejoicing in that, it's quite unfortunate that it might take hunger for a lot of people to realize that we, the people, have more in common with each other. We have more to lose. We have more to fight for than anybody else up there or down there.
Look, if y'all need somewhere to hide, I got 22 acres out there in Paris, Texas. Now, first of all, I already got the wood cut up. Wood already cut, ready to start barbecuing with some free food. You said you want to cut off the food stamp. You want to cut off food stamp. Food Lion, Winn-Dixie, Piggly Wiggly, Walmart, get ready. But I really want y'all to go to is Kroger's and the Whole Food store and get that free food out of there. Because it's going to be free this month since nobody getting no food stamp. I got the wood. Bring it on over here. Because remember, the Whole Food and Kroger's, they have that fresh food. That farmer food. Yeah, that good, delicious food. So if you need somebody to hide, come on over there to Paris, Texas. But if you go to jail, now guess what? You're going to get 3 meals a day. So you're going to still be full from the grocery store to the jailhouse. Because guess what? People going to get each other out and go to jail. And go right back to the grocery store and steal some more.
You guys, I'm so sick of this. I understand that a lot of you might go without food stamps. Okay? Well, check it out. My wife's a stay-at-home mom. We have one income. We don't make enough to get help. All right? I'm the help. And sometimes I need help, but we don't get it. So why do you get it? I see a lot of these people posting about this. Able-bodied. Young. This program was meant for people that are unable to provide. You guys are very able-bodied. Go to work. Like the rest of us. Yeah, it's tough. Times I can't make my mortgage payment. Okay? Times that it's like, I don't know how we're going to get groceries. Trust God. Go to work. Everything else will take care of itself. Come on, guys. This is crazy. This is a weak generation. This is how the government gained control.
139,000 jobs were created in 2024 from food stamps. Those were new jobs, but it also supported around 8,900 to almost 14,000 jobs. So food stamps in our own economy generates money and also creates and supports jobs. Jobs in agriculture, manufacturing, and transportation. So it looks like spending money on our own people who use it in our own economy really does help. The amount that we spent in food stamps in 2024 was about $99 billion, but we generated $154 billion in sales in the economy. And MAGA says to me, well, I don't understand how giving money to people generates money and jobs. Yeah, I know. I just want to remind you that Trump is repeatedly telling you that you're stupid. In fact, he said, quote, smart people don't like me, end quote. That's why I don't like him.
Thoughts on food stamps being cut off for a lot of people is it probably was about time. because I think there's too many people that depend on the government to feed your family and pay your rent, and it's just not right. That's not what the program was meant for. It is supposed to be a stepping stone for you to get to a better situation. Now, hear me out. My mom was married to my dad for 5 years before I was conceived. And then he died 21 days before I was born. Now, I can't even imagine what my mom went through in that time, but I do know from her and my grandmother that she was only on food stamps for 6 months while I was a baby. She went to work, and this woman worked most of my life. She just retired last year. Her being so strong like that and me seeing that, I never even thought that I needed government assistance. Now, yes, I always worked. Always. Now, when I was younger, it started off as waitressing, and then I went to the military and went to college, and now I have my own business. Now, if I hadn't seen such a strong person like my mom doing the things she did, it may have put me in this like victim mentality. But thank goodness she didn't. She did what she needed to do to feed her family. She paid her rent, which in California was high. She didn't get assistance for that. So I really believe that if more people, and she wasn't even in a job that she really liked. So it wasn't like she, did something that she really enjoyed every day. It was a job that paid well to be able to feed her family. And I think so many people have way more opportunities than that now. I think a lot more people should take college classes to figure out what they want to do. There is so much untapped potential for people in this world. There is absolutely no reason why you should have a baby and then still be on government assistance when that kid is 18. There is absolutely no reason for that. Now, I get that, yes, I was married and all my kids are by my ex-husband. And even when we divorced and I was able to get my own house built, I did it by myself. I didn't get alimony, none of that. I still did it by myself, so it can be done. I know it. Just at least try to live up to your potential. The government is not supposed to pay all of your bills. They're not supposed to feed your family for most of their life. That's not what the program is meant for. Just my piece.
And to all you black motherfuckers that did not go vote, talking about some, oh, my vote don't matter, oh, my vote don't count. Well, guess what, bitch? Trump is cutting off your motherfucking food stamps. That means you and your nappy-headed ass kids ain't gonna have nothing to eat next month. Yeah, so since your vote don't matter, you eating don't matter either with your retarded ass.
Hey y'all, so I seen the saddest thing today. People are judging so many people that are upset about not being able to get food stamps anymore to where it's ridiculous. People are saying, oh, well, they're using our money. And so, oh, well. Do you really understand what happens when people lose money and aren't able to provide for their kids? Food is already expensive enough, but with people making comments like that, it just makes the whole situation worse. Food banks will run out of food and they won't be able to provide for everybody. What does that mean, you guys? Come on, join it together. It means lots of riots, lots of stealing. And let me be clear, black people are not the only people on food stamps. This is bigger than us. And if this continues past November, we're going to have a bigger issue. So instead of criticizing others that are likely going to lose food for their children, go ahead and send a like or something and support them.
Because since the government is shut down right now, that people are so worried about losing their food stamps People are threatening, saying things along the lines of, my food stamps better show up in my account, else I'm going to Walmart and I wish a bitch would try to stop me coming out of the store. Acting that they're going to threaten with violence, all this extra stuff. And you know what I got to say about all this? It brings me joy. It brings me joy to know the exposure of actual bums. Bums that sit here and they depend on daddy government so long that they just do not know how to exist without free stuff. They don't know how to survive in the wild, the wilderness, to actually be independent. There was this young lady with 4 kids talking about she gets $1,300 for her 4 kids. Where's the daddy, ma'am? Where's the daddies? Obviously, they're not in the picture, else you wouldn't be losing your mind. I see people that, I must say, should be looking forward to at least missing a meal, if you want to be honest, complaining about free food. But they won't get up off their ass and go work. This is a great thing to watch because you're starting to see the exposure of actual bums. I watched a grown man come online complaining, screaming about his 2 kids, saying that I'm not gonna work. The government's supposed to take care of us. I'm a boss. You ain't no boss, man. You're a boss that's sitting here talking about the government should take care of you, man. And that's a grown man that I'm seeing do this, man. You guys sit here and you depend on daddy government if it's you're a woman or a man and don't know how to become an adult. You might as well say, let me go back and move home with my mama or daddy. If it's so hard to be an adult. This is a great thing to watch. Why? Like I said, it exposes who people really are. The Democrats have promised you guys nothing but free shit all these years, all these decades. But the thing about it is when you start losing your shit, Democrats don't want you to work. The Democratic Party don't want you to feel independent. That's when they start losing their voting base, because if you work, there's no way to bribe you with free shit and tell you things along the lines like, you're gonna die if you don't get health care. You're gonna die if you don't get your food stamps. You're gonna die if you don't get section. They can't sit here and weaponize it against you guys no more. You're taking away the Democrats' power. That's why I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. To see people actually have to be adults. These food stamps are only and should only be for people who actually need it. Not people jipping the system on a day-to-day basis, guys. I thought people were mad when they were taking away sugar from EBT food stamps. They lost their minds when candy was not going to be for food stamps no more. Now they lose their minds if they lose it completely. Listen to me, man. This is a good thing to watch. I never knew there was so much bums out there that sit there and bitch about free money all day. That's all they're bitching about, for getting it for free. And I'm not talking about the people that actually maybe fell on hard times. They were working, they were let go. And they're actually trying to actively do something with your life. No, I'm talking about the same people that's been on this for years, on top of years. You know, the same ones that wait on tax season every single year. They probably get 10 to 15 grand, but they still ain't got no house, still ain't got no car, still living in that damn shack that they've been sitting in forever, but complaining about rich people getting rich, but they can't invest into nothing whatsoever. It's sad, man. It's real sad. And I gotta tell you, I'm enjoying every bit of this. So let's see how long they survive.
Okay, let's talk about SNAP, Blank, EBT, Section 8, government assistance, all this bullshit. Yes, it needs to go. It needs to go. I feel like SNAP EBT, again, should only be for veterans, the elderly, people with real disabilities, and maybe like if you got a baby. Get the little WIC program thing, whatever the hell, voucher or whatever. A lot of y'all complaining about, oh, Trump cutting this, Trump cutting this. The daycare vouchers, y'all just sending y'all kids to daycare. Y'all not even trying to work. So, yeah, he need to cut that shit. Y'all sitting up at home, online, bragging about your big grocery food stamp hauls. Kids is at daycare. And all y'all know about is social media. Y'all don't know nothing else that's going on in the world. Yeah, it's time for y'all to be cut. Go get a job. Y'all talk too much. That's why y'all getting cut, because everybody that's actually getting food stamps, y'all post y'all big old hauls online. Oh, I did this, and majority of the time we don't never see you clocking into a job. Like, people tired of that shit. I don't give a damn, but I feel like, yeah, they need to be cut. So now you can't get lashes, you can't get your hair done, you can't buy no lobster, you can't buy no crab, you can't go on no trips, you can't have a life because you on welfare or you asking for food stamps. You can't live. You just have to be on welfare and suffer. You can't get your nails done, no hair, no lips, no TVs, no cars, no nada. No nothing. You can't even eat. You just gotta eat noodles. Cause you getting food stamps, so you can't get no lashes, you can't do no eyebrow, you can't none of that, no get your toes done, you can't do that. You can't even go to the beauty supply store and buy some hair. You can't even buy pack braiding hair to braid your own hair. That's a problem. Okay. My bad. Can't even eat no lobster. You can't even have no soda. No chips, no cookies. No nothing. Just noodles. Oodles and noodles. And a sandwich.
I just wanted to come on here and thank all the taxpayers for allowing me and my children to eat tonight. So we have some candy yams. These are canned candy yams. We have some... Why do you keep dropping your fork? We have some corn on the cob. We have some cube steak and some rice. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
You could always tell the food stamp people when you're at the grocery store and they got a full cart of anything they want. But us Monday to Friday, 9 to 5ers, 40, 50, 60 hour a week people, we only grab what we actually really need for that week.
Hi Tim, I wanted to make a reply to your video because as someone who is disabled myself and is one of those food stamp people that you talk about in your video, I just wanted to let you know that first off, sorry Tim, but I actually do live in the real world just the same as you. I may not live in your world of working full time, but I do live in the real world just the same as you. And you also say that people on food stamps are able to buy whatever we want. And I just wanted to let you know that is actually not true. While yes, we may be able to buy a lot of things with our food stamps, no, we are not able to just buy whatever we want. So maybe before you actually try to make a video to try to shame the disabled, the elderly, low-income individuals, families, and their children for wanting to eat, maybe you should actually do your research on why people are on food stamps to begin with before you try to shame them in saying that we don't live in the same real world that you do. Have a good day.
I just gotta go on this rant with y'all. Look, I just had this customer in my car. It was a black man. He was disabled. And he tried to tell me that decisions that Trump was making right now, taking food stamps and Medicaid from a lot of people that's disabled, children, was right. And this is what I said to him. What makes that right? He told me because he was a taxpayer and he didn't feel like it was right for him to give money out to people that's not working. I said, some of these people that's getting the money, they can't fucking work. They're children. They're disabled. Like you. They're bedridden. Like they can't get up and fucking walk. Like, I said, if anything, you're fucking part of the problem too. You're up there with them. We're here right now because of your ass.
He works at the food stamp office. Listen to what she says.
It is because of Trump. So yeah.
So this
is all political. This is all political.
And this is all because of Trump, basically.
No, basically it is because of Trump. There ain't no sidestepping it. I'm blaming him for everything. Me, as a United States citizen, I have the right to voice my opinion. I still have that legal right, constitutional right, let's put it that way, freedom of speech, whether he likes it or not. Can't stand him. I can't stand him. But anyway, that's what's going to happen, sweetie.